placenta. So for those of you who do not know me, my name is Amanda Igna, and I am a pregnancy and childbirth mentor. And I love to share all things about pregnancy and childbirth because I feel like women need to know more and be empowered in their pregnancy and birth journey and not be submitted to just following the status quo and what their doctors are telling them, because unfortunately the way that works today is planting a lot of seeds of doubt, not enough support, and definitely not enough of allowing women to experience pregnancy and childbirth undisturbed. So let's get to it. So you had your baby and you have your placenta. Now what? Well, you have multiple different options. You can save it, bury it under a tree in a ceremonial way, as in some cultures do that. Other cultures are, it is becoming more and more common here in the US and around the world to encapsulate your placenta, which is having it processed and dried up, dehydrated, and then pulverized and put into capsules that you take. You can also keep it raw and have it processed, maybe in a blender or something, and made ice cubes out of to use in smoothies. And that to me is the best way to take it, just because you get that raw, potent hormonal support in the moments when you need it. And it's right there. I have had encapsulated, and I have had where I had it just processed raw and I used it in smoothies, and I feel like I got the better results from the smoothie. Now, I will admit that I wasn't great at taking the pills or, taking the encapsulated pills. So there is that. But why we would do that is because the hormones that are in your placenta are captured in that. And so within 24 hours after having your baby, your body is trying to go back to non-pregnancy hormone levels. Now, for those of you who don't know what that means, is your hormones are at 10% to 50% higher during pregnancy. So imagine that your body is like, oh, okay, we had the baby, now we can go back to normal. And so you're having this sudden crash of hormones where you're going from 50% more, right? Like an increase of 50% back down to normal. And it's trying to do that within 24 hours of having your baby. It explains a lot about how women feel mentally and emotionally throughout their recovery, right? Like there's so much going on, and it can be very emotional as well, but a lot of that is connected to the hormones. So if we can consume our placenta in some way, we can help balance that out and have it come down in a slower manner, which is definitely a better recovery, definitely a better balancing out when you're in your postpartum stages. So you can do that. You can encapsulate, consume raw in a smoothie. You can bury it under a tree ceremoniously. You can do a Lotus birth, which means that your placenta and the cord stay connected to the baby until it falls off naturally. And then you would bury that or do what you wanted with that. But a lot of people will bury their placentas as a token. And I think that's a very beautiful ceremony to be had if that is what you wish and you do not wish to consume your placenta. You could, if you're in a hospital, they might tell you that you can't take your placenta, but I encourage you that if you want your placenta, that you tell them beforehand that you don't want them to touch it, that you want it put in a bag and taken to your person who is going to process that for you. And even if you choose to bury it, that is your right to have. And if you don't take it, I hate to say this, but your hospital is making like $50,000 off of keeping your placenta for scientific research. So just so you know that you're giving away an organ that they're going to use for their own purposes, and that might not sit right with your beliefs, but you don't know that that's what happened because you're kind of led to believe that they do some tests and then throw it away, but that is not the whole truth. So wanted you to know that. I hope that you have found this information helpful, that you have a better sense or idea what to do with your placentas after you've had your babies. If you are in my group and watching this, thank you so much for being here. If you're not in my group already, jump on in. It's Open-Minded and Empowered Birthing Mamas on Facebook. And if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. If you want to, please subscribe and share this with your friends who are on this journey with you. And I appreciate you so much. For those of you who are struggling with your mindset around pregnancy and childbirth, maybe you've had that experience where things didn't go exactly how you planned and you're kind of living in a place of fear. Maybe you're pregnant again already, maybe not. Maybe you're considering not having any more kids because you feel like you can't do it if it happens again like that. I want to help you with that mindset. I'm doing a free 5-day mindset reset around pregnancy and childbirth in my group starting next Monday, January 31st. So if you want to get in on that, jump on in and we will see you there. Talk to you later. Bye.